Set 40174, Lego Chess, is a Lego set that does not sit in any of the official categories such as Marvel or Harry Potter, for example. It does, however, sit in the, and I quote, other section of the Lego site, so you can find it there. This set has 1,450 pieces. It is for the ages of 9 and up and was released January 1st, 2017. It retails in Canada for $69.99 Canadian, in the US for $54.99 US, in the UK for £45.99, and the rest of Europe for $54.99 up to €64.95, depending on the region you are in. So the front of the box, the very top has the Lego logo and the Lego dot artwork. To the left is all the information. To the bottom is 2-in-1, so it shows that you can either play chess or checkers on this. And there's a nice big picture of a set right in sort of the middle-ish right area. The back of it has the Lego logo top left. It has another picture of a set in the middle of a chess game with some pieces off to the side. On the right, the top right, you have a picture of all of the chess pieces inside of the boards, so the actual top can be taken off and the pieces can be stored along with the checker bits, and it shows that the board can be taken apart in half and then stacked on top of each other for better storage, which is really neat. One side has the Lego logo on the top left, along with the warning that due to small parts, if children 0 to 3 or even older consume them, there is a potential choking hazard, so watch out for that. And the other side has the Lego logo again on top left and the name of a set in 2 other languages. The top of the set has the Lego logo on the top left. It has the component, where the components were made and distributed, along with the trademarks for the Lego group below that, and it shows all of the pieces here. You have the king, the queen, the bishops, the knights, the towers, the knights, and the pawns, along with the checker piece, and the actual size indicator is a completely built pawn. So a 2x2 brick with a 2x2 plate, a 2x2 circular with indents like a column piece, brick piece, a 2x2 brick again, a 2x2 slightly angled to a single stud brick, and a stud on the top. So that is the actual size indicator. And the bottom of the set has the Lego logo on the left again, and it has the UPC, but no recycling information. This was from a time when they didn't actually put recycling information on the bottom. So it's the first review I've actually done that I haven't had to say that. And it is a taped box. You have tape on either sides. And here are the contents of a set. So you have 14 bags labeled 1 to 6. Section bags 1 and 2 have 2 bags each. 3, 4, and 5 have 3 bags each, and 6 has a single. You get 8 16 by 16 gray base plates. So this is a good cheap way if you want to get a bunch of those and several other pieces you can part out. And an instruction booklet. So instruction booklet isn't a piece of plastic, which I like because it is a flimsy booklet. It's not for example, like the Disney one, which is a glue-bound booklet. It's just staples. So they are very flimsy in boxes like this, and it's nice to see, but it's not bent. On the inside, you have a... oh, wow, it doesn't even... Oh, that's interesting. So, for the inside of the instruction booklet, bag 1 deals with one side of the chessboard, and it includes 2 of these plates here. Bag 2 deals with the other half, along with 2 more plates. Bag 3 uses 4 plates, and it is for the actual top checkered sections of the set. Bag 4 deals with the black pieces. Bag 5 will deal with the white pieces, and bag 6 deals with the checker pieces, and it's like a single bag of instructions for that. The set has 1 page of parts, and then there are actually... Oh, Oh, that's cool. So on the very back is a checkers board, so it shows you how to place the actual checker pieces if you've never played it before. Next page over shows how to place all of the chess pieces if you've never played it before. And then the next page over actually is something that's really cool for people who've never played chess, is it shows all of the moves that a piece can make. So it shows that the king can only move one direction on either side, the queen can only move any amount of space as long as it's in a straight line. Bishop can move any amount of space diagonally, in a straight line diagonally. The horse can do the 2 up, 1 over move any direction. It shows on here. The tower, or the knight, whatever, towers do anything in a straight line up or down, and the pawns can only do 2 spaces out of the gate, 1 after the fact, and then they move diagonally to attack. That's actually really cool to have in a thing. So for the packaging, I'm going to give this a 4, because there was nothing great but nothing wrong with it. I especially love that the flimsy instructions were in a plastic sleeve and that they did not bend, so that was absolutely fantastic. And now to build an extremely repetitive build that will give me flashbacks of the Harry Potter chess set. Okay, so here's the set. You get a few extra pieces, nothing really special in there. There is an orange brick separator. And then here's the main part. There are no unique pieces in the set. Every piece that is here can be found, at least by in 2021, can be found in any other set. You get, using a flat top, using a normal 2x2 circular piece and a flat top 2x2 circular piece, you create the checker pieces. So there are 12 of each color of the red and the blue variety, and I'll show you how they go on here. And then here's the main set. So you have all of the pieces here. I will do an example of what all of them look like just using the black ones. So you'll go through a so the guys will usually look, so here are the pawns, nothing really special there, but castles do actually look a bit like a castle. Very nice design there. All the bases of the characters on the back are the exact same, sort of the bottom part sort of bowing from the stem downwards. Nice little horse. It's actually pretty nicely done here. You have the bishop, which is the top part's connected using a rod piece. So yeah, so the top part's connected by a rod piece, so even though it can rotate, it just should stay still. You have the king here. I think it's a king. Is that the king? Well, it'll tell me in the back. Let's see. Is that the king? That is the queen. Okay, you have the queen here, who's sort of a, if you take the gold piece off the top, it's really sort of a symmetrical design, top to bottom. There's a little bit of a little more detailing on top, but it's sort of a basic design to the queen. And the king has a slightly taller curved part of the base, and then the top goes up into a nice little crown up here. So those are all the pieces for the chess set, and they do work, and each piece will. There is a 2x2 with a central, with a circular, with a 2x2 with a stud in the middle plate, so all the pieces can just be moved, and they will not, you know, hitting the board won't move the pieces, which I think is a fantastic addition. And that I think chessboard should find a way actually to implement that, because that would be a really cool addition, you know, having a chessboard where you can literally do that. And I really had to use some force there to even just get, you know, what is the heaviest character to move. So that is fantastic. Now for checker pieces, so this is what it looks like with the checker pieces on it. It's very simple, and they have the exact same functionality. They just sort of slot onto a stud there, and then you can play checkers as per usual. Very simple stuff here, and it's actually very nice to see it that way. Just still, I love the system where you can just put them on the board and they just stay there. Like, once again, none of them off. It's fantastic. And for the actual functionality of the board, because there's some functionality in here which I think is absolutely fantastic, and I think it's great, is so you can do this. The tops will come off, and you can put pieces in here. I just want to double check if there's any specific. Yeah, so you can put pieces into here for storage. So you can shove those in there. Put the tops back on. And then you can take this apart and you can put these on top of each other. Now when you're putting them on top of each other, there are 3 green studs, pieces that you're given, that you simply put on the corners here, on the corner sections, and then when you put this on here, it's kept together, but it very easily lifts apart. And the studs will only ever stick to the bottom of the piece, but this entire section will not lift up. So you can have everything. And I know I'm not putting everything in here. Actually, I should just do this quickly. So you can have everything, including all the checker pieces. In here, and then there. That is so much more compact than the way it was, and it's just absolutely fantastic to see that. Now, one of the things to note, which I found was very, very interesting about this, is that the sections here are marked by the colors that you'll put this over. So this section has black and this one has white. Well, there's a black corner and there's your black corner and there's your white corner, and they will just fit over so that that little band of black that's right there will line up with what's on top of the board. I think that, I think this is an extremely functional chessboard. Like, this is absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see more stuff from LEGO like this. I think that this chessboard is even more functional than another one. So LEGO released this in August. This is the Wizard's Chest Harry Potter. I even got some of the Harry Potter characters right there. And while these guys are so much more cool looking and detailed, like they truly are, like compared to like, so there's the pawns, and it actually looks like a person instead of, just a simple chess piece. Like it is really cool to see this. Like even the towers here or castle pieces here are really awesome. Like it's, but the issue that I love that this solved, that this had solved, that they didn't, because really what this is a recreate the scenes from the Philosopher's Stone movie, or just play chess with a friend. But the issue with it is that it's not a game piece like this, because these pieces, the board is completely smooth. They can move all over without sticking. So if I do even like that, there, a bunch just got knocked over. So it is, the pieces will not stay without having to actively move them, which is what you get with that one. But on here and on here, the board is like this. This is the board. You do not get the ability to compact storage this. It's just like this all the time. So I like this a lot more for the functionality. Even though this looks great, this is a lot better for the functionality, and I really like that. And the last thing about the board is that each side has a bit of a decorative pattern on the side. The sides are decorated, so this one is white and blue pattern. Well, this one is a black and red pattern. It corresponds to the color of the pieces, so you can even color code it so that only basically these pieces will always be starting on this side. It's actually like the attention to detail on what things go where on each side is very great in this set, and I am really loving that attention to detail. It's absolutely fantastic. For the build, I'm going to give the build a 3, because while there's a good amount of detail in this set, it's extremely repetitive. My hand hurts quite a bit after having built this. Now, I did build, or the 2 previous reviews of the miniature of the 400 piece tumbler and the 550 piece Disney mini Disney castle on top of this really hurt. But yeah, there's a lot of repetitive things to do. So like, for example, you have to make the base sections, the little things that stick on the side of each character. You have to make, well, let's just say that's 16 plus another 12. That's 28 times, so you have to make 28, that's 50, so you have to do it 56 times on here. You have to lay every single one of these color-coded sections about, 64. You have to put the tiles in 64, even though it's different colors, a repeating pattern 64 times, You have to make the horses twice, the bishops, and, the rooks twice. Each pawn has to be made 8 times. It's just like the Harry Potter Wizard's chess set. It's extremely repetitive on building it. Even the base, even if the sides here are different colors, they're basically being built the exact same way, except you're switching out a couple colors. So it's just extremely repetitive, which is why it gets a 3. The play is going to get a 4. It was literally made for play. It's made for chess and checkers, and you could probably figure out how to incorporate this, and maybe turning this into a giant Harry Potter set, which is actually weird, because the thing is that this would work on here. So it's really weird that they didn't do it in this way. Like, even if it was just the board looking like this, it would have worked, you know, really well. Which is quite a shame, but that's the way Lego decided to do it. They, for some reason, they tried to make something new with that Harry Potter one instead of doing what worked well, which is sad on there. But no, this is really good for play, so like it's a 4. But display, I'm gonna give a display a 3. There is some display. Most of the time, this is just, it's either gonna be out in the open looking like this, or it's going to be in its can't do that with chess pieces on it. It's gonna be in its split sections stacked on top of each other, the pieces put away. So it's either gonna be complete or, you know, stacked on top of each other. But that's no real issue there. But yeah, so that's why display is gonna be a 3, because it's a nice display, but really, all in all, it's a chess set to be played with. And for value, with Canada being at about $70 and the UK being at about $45, those being the main price ranges, and I think a couple of places maybe a tiny bit more expensive. But for 1,400 pieces, that's fantastic. That's pretty much double piece for price right there, which is very rare to see in a Lego set, especially a Lego set that, you know, like, for example, Disney Mini Castle was over 500 pieces, and it basically piece for price everywhere. It was absolutely fantastic, but the thing is that a lot of these pieces were small pieces, so they're going to be cheaper. With this, I mean, you got giant base plates in there. You have giant, you know, big bricks interlaced throughout this entire thing. You have big pieces, and they sell it for an extremely cheap price. Like this, there are some good pieces in here, some nice colors, just some good stuff that can be used. And like, really, once again, if you want a cheap way to get Grace, you know, 16 by 16 base, you know, these plates here, this is the cheapest set that I can think of that you'll get them in. This is an absolutely fantastic deal. So I'm going to put the value as a 5. There is an extreme amount of value. You get a lot of pieces for a very cheap price. You have 2 main games, chess or checkers, in here. And if you want, you can part this out. You can get all these parts for very cheap. It's pretty much double the piece for price. It's fantastic. This is mainly going to be for people. I don't see people going, "Ooh, Lego has a chess set, get it." This is mainly for people who either saw it as a cool little novelty thing from Lego, or people who saw it as a way to gain parts very cheaply. And those are really the only people that I can see using this. And with that, I will see you all next time.